And again, we'll get into it a little bit more about how the property taxes are assessed. But when you think about where you live, and again, I'm tying this back to everybody thinks that they're so concerned about national politics and Donald Trump and, the Democrats versus the Republicans and, who's going to be the president. These things have nothing to do with federal government. And these are the things that affect your life the most.
Homeowners in majority-minority neighborhoods are too often paying more in property taxes as a percentage of their home's total value than homeowners in majority-white neighborhoods. In Cook County, the I-Team found that more than 11,000 properties in the south suburbs saw their property tax assessments increase twofold or more in its most recent assessment.
People have to pay a lot of attention to local government. I've been saying this for a long time, not just about voting for who you like, but paying attention to things like this, because you better damn well believe that if this woman's monthly payment went from $900 to $2,300 a month, this is affecting her life a whole lot more than Doge or Donald Trump or the Republicans or Project 2025 or any of that.
The most recent assessment for the north suburbs showed only 0.2% of properties saw their assessed value double or more. In the city of Chicago, over 12,000 properties more than doubled in assessed value between the last two assessment cycles, mostly on the south and west sides of the city.
They are creating urban deserts where people have to leave their homes. We are overassessed.
The I-Team first reported in 2024 about how higher assessments can hurt people in south and southwest suburbs more. That's because the state of Illinois relies heavily on municipalities to pay for schools when compared to most states. So south and southwest suburbs have higher property tax rates, mostly to fund schools. The north suburbs have lower property tax rates because they have higher valued homes, more businesses, and more wealth to go around.
We tend to see then that African American and Latino communities on average are paying higher tax rates.
The reason why I played that story is that, they're outlining the fact that African American communities in this example are paying more property taxes. They are saying that because they are more reliant on property owners to contribute to schools because there's less businesses. The way to solve that is that local government has to perform more efficiently. Democratic stronghold states and towns, they have to function in a way that's extremely efficient and lean, right? If you have anywhere that's bloated, any bloated local government, any misspending is traumatic for the local homeowner. And why is that a problem? Because the local homeowner is like this woman is going to go from paying $900 to $2,300 a month. And if she's renting the property, guess what? She's going to pass that on to the tenant. So she's going to be raising the rents every year constantly. So we can talk about whether property taxes should be gone. I mean, there's been some conversations and proposals to just get rid of property taxes. There's a small revolt of people who want to say, you know what, let's just get rid of property taxes and the state do just a streamlined sales tax. Why this is an issue. You have a lot of people who are, especially the elderly, maybe they bought a home a long time ago and they plan to sell their home down the line, or they're living in the home, it's fully paid off, and you feel like, I paid this house off. Now I'm just going to be old and just survive on local Social Security. And here you are hit with these taxes that you have to pay. And if you don't pay it, the city can take your house.
If you pay property taxes, or if you're a renter and they're built into your monthly payment, you may be paying more depending on where you live.
Yeah, in a new series called Highballed, our ABC-owned stations teamed up with ABC News and found racial inequalities in how different neighborhoods are taxed. The epicenter of that problem, New York City.
Investigative reporter Dan Croft has been digging into this. And Dan, you've uncovered a lot. You've also learned a lot as part of this.
I did. We found out why this is happening and also what's being done about it. People are taxed differently based on where they live in the city. It's contributing to thousands of people being forced out of their own homes.
My priority is just a roof over my head for my kids.
Kareem Hamilton was at risk of losing his family's American dream, the home his mother left him, one she worked her entire life to buy and pay off.
I was born in this house. I came to this house, and I'm still here 44 years later.
And you want your kids to be here when they're your age.
Absolutely, and their grandkids.
But after losing his job, he fell behind on his property taxes, thousands of dollars behind.
It's difficult. It's a little difficult.
He's charged more each year than some families in similar homes. Kareem's yearly property taxes are $7,800 a year for his 2-unit home located in Brooklyn's East Flatbush neighborhood. But just a few miles west, we found a similar-sized home that's paying $4,000 a year. That's more than $3,000 less than Kareem, even though the other home is worth twice as much.